Hey everybody, Haku here to probably shit on the Promised Neverland again. No, I'm kidding. I hate being negative about stuff. That really sucks. I hate being negative about stuff. Also, this is probably getting demonetized because I just said light profanity within the first 30 seconds. Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm just hoping for the best. I want to see how this works out for Emma and Bray and Don and Gilda and Musica and Aish. And the Goldie Pond kids, I really want them to be happy and everything. But I feel like this is just gonna be about sort of forgiving Norman, even though, like, bullshit, just horrible, just terrible. Um, it's gonna be about forgiving Norman, even though what he did was absolutely horrible. And I'm not even gonna get into how just sort of Gary Stu BS. Oh, it just happened because it happened. This whole arc has been. But I guess my fear at this point is if Musica dies off, if Sungju turns on them, which is actually kind of likely, and if that's just used as an excuse to try to excuse Norman's behavior by C, all demons are actually bad, which is just kind of BS. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. Let's see what we get this time. We can survive this together, says Emma. This time will be different. We'll be lost. We'll struggle, but we won't be alone when the three are reunited. With me. Alright, here we go. Welcome back, Norman. I want to live, but it's really too late. At Lambda, we were exposed to terrible... Oh yeah, and another thing is they'll probably just be like, oh yeah, Musica can save you all. Happy, everybody survives. At Lambda, we were exposed to terrible chemicals. We have little time left. And he's crying. Emma, Ray, help. His deepest, most secret feelings come out in a cry for help. Chapter 154, The Key to Survival. Norman, wait, we? Boss, what do you mean? Yeah, you were never... Oh, 'cause he didn't tell them, of course. You're from Gracefield, a very special sample for them. You said you were never their guinea pig, so... I lied. It's true that I was treated as a special case, and I alone was isolated in that place, but they experimented with those drugs on me too. My seizures have already advanced to stage 4. No way. Boss, why would you hide such a thing? I wanted to be a leader you could depend on. I wanted to handle everything without being a cause of concern or worry for you. I'm sorry. I owe you all my apologies. Is that all? Yes. And then, what do you really want to do? Be honest this time. Right. I don't regret killing the nobles, but if there's a way to solve this problem without more bloodshed, that's what I want. Bullshit at this point. He killed a bunch of innocent kids. And it's not even that he did that, it's that it was written in such a way that it's like, oh, how was he able to do this? I don't know, he's smart. Like, where everything else has been these really complex plans with all these twists and turns and all this sort of tension, this whole arc was just, how'd he do it? I don't know, Norman smarts, everything just works out. I don't want a genocide. I'd like to deal with the things I've done, like the poisoning of the city. And he poisoned innocent people, screw him. And I want to do everything I can to save my friends from Lambda. However slim the chances are, I want to try once more. No, as many times as I can in the time we have left. And I want to survive too. Like, what a poorly written character. Norman's just so bad. Got it. Don't worry, we got your back. It'll be alright. We'll find some way. We're not alone, and together we can find a way. Are you kidding me? Says Vincent. What are you going on about? Right? Like, exactly. Why pretend to not be a piece of shit now when you've been a piece of shit all this time? I've already accepted my fate. We all have. As long as we save everyone by exterminating the damned demons, by building a new world for all humans. You told us there'd be no concessions, no going back, didn't you? And now, after all that, not only are you quitting, you mean to undo all we've built? You want to get in our way? I'm not giving up either. Even if you try to stop the plan, I'm going to... I think that's enough, Vincent, says Cicero. He's done enough, don't you think? I kinda could feel it from the start. His pain, everything he was going through. But I thought, well, he's awesome, he can do it. And I got lazy and took advantage of his intelligence, his kindness. I let him deal with everything alone. We all did. We've been using the boss as a tool to get our revenge. But he has a heart too, you know. You do you, boss. If you want to just give up on the extermination, then just stop. You already did a lot for us. I still hate their guts, you know. I'll never forgive those things. I want my revenge, but you matter more to me than the demons ever will. I want to be by your side more than anything, boss. Yeah. Oh, and, we have, Zazie covering back up. Tss, Norman. And again, this is another one of those things where betray what everybody thought of you? Who cares? Everything works out for Norman anyway. What a Gary Stooges poorly written character. We already heard about those seizures from Don and Gilda. Emma, one more thing. They said the children who were experimented in Lambda 7214 were exposed to certain experimental drugs which cause seizures and eventually lethal side effects. How did... And then they realized something. Here we go. Just happy-dappy everybody healed. All of them have the seizures because Lambda experimented on all its subjects. Wait a sec, isn't that wrong? Oh, is Adam not like that? Yeah, what about Adam? What? Adam's never had any seizures. We don't know, we know they've done all the experiments on him, but like Don and Gilda pointed out, he's been 2 years out of Lambda and hasn't shown any of the symptoms, not even once. Well, hold your horses, folks. Just because he's still okay doesn't mean the seizures vary from person, just because he's okay doesn't mean the seizures vary from person to person. Even if this guy didn't have any so far, he can still... No, but they said not even once, and he's got no medicine after escaping Lambda, no nothing. If you're right, if Adam, unlike everybody else, endured the experiments and got no side effects, no seizure sickness... We sent an urgent message to headquarters. By now Anna's team must already be researching it. I believe we have a chance. Adam may well be the key to... Okay, so it's not Musica, but it's basically the same idea as just, immunity, you're all fine. Adam may well be the key to survival for all the victims of Lambda. And we see, Anna and everybody else running the tests. Okay. But don't think we can just relax and wait. Right now a large royal army searching for the hideout. Royal army. Yeah, we saw them on the way here, 2 days ago in the morning. Norman, I believe they must be the soldiers you diverted from the capital. But why? We got a team on this. Oliver, Zach, Nigel, and Gillian went back to sound the warning and help them prepare. But if we're found by a deployment that large, there's nothing anybody can do. We should leave right now and go back to the base. Of course we're not going to abandon the city to the poison either. And what are you going to do? At this point the population must have already been exposed to the toxin. And of course the royals, the nobles, the Gilan clan, all of their flesh and blood's already contaminated too. It's okay. Don and Gilda are already in the area along with Musica and Sungju. They're doing all they can do to stop the damage. Yeah, we can trust them with this. Don and Gilda are here. You mean they managed to find the cursed blood? Let's split up. I'll stay here with Ray to find a solution for the city. Norman, you go back with our team to protect everybody. Understood. Barbara, can you walk? Yeah, hurts like hell though. Don't look down on Lambda, kid. I'm too stubborn to die here. Cicero, you go ahead and secure some horses. Roger. Barbara, please hold up a while longer. Piece of cake. Vincent, I need someone to secure our routes of escape. Are you with us? Positive, he says. But how'd the soldiers find out about? It must have been. Oh? Oh, shit. And somebody stands up behind them. What the fuck? Is that the Queen? What the hell? The abyss of despair opens its jaws once more. Boss. Okay, so we might be getting actually some sort of tension, like, in this arc. But yeah, up until now, that's my biggest complaint. It's not necessarily that Norman's been terrible, but how easily he's been forgiven by being terrible, and how easily he was able to be terrible. Like, it's one of those things where, like, humans struggled and the demons were like so smart and advanced and it was hard to defeat them, and then this whole final arc, rather than it being difficult or rather than them having to be smart, it's just been like, how did Norman get to these well-guarded royal families on the trains? How did Norman's people from the Gilan clan perfectly imitate them. Even after reading them, we haven't seen somebody be able to perfectly transform into and imitate somebody. How did Norman do this, or how did Norman do that? And the answer has always just been, he did. Like, it's such a cop-out. It's like, nothing has ever been reasonably explained other than just, he's smart, I guess. It just happened. Everything works out for him because, nobody actually ever loses, Like, it just seems that all the hardships and difficulties that Emma and Ray went through are so trivialized. Like, it hurts the rest of the series because Emma and Ray went through so many hardships and so many successes that they had to struggle through and think through, and they went through all of this just for Norman to be like, everything works out for me. Like, God, he's such a cop-out character, Gary Stu nonsense. So yeah, what a mess of a character. I really firmly believe Norman is the biggest negative in the story. It's really, this arc is up there to me with Bleach's final arc or with Naruto's final arc as last arcs that really, really bring down a series. But it looks, with the Queen or whatever getting back up, with this army, we might still have some, or like Adam just happening to be immune. It just seems like everything is such a cop-out for Norman. Or Norman just easily being like, I lied, and everybody's like, we'll forgive you. Or Norman like, I killed all these innocent people. Emma and Ray, we'll forgive you. It's such a cop-out in every way. But yeah, like I said, sorry for shitting on it again. This chapter was a lot better, I think, but it still suffers from the same general overall problems of everything just being like, it works out for Norman just because. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter, all that if you want. I feel bad plugging stuff in a video where I've been negative, but seriously, thank you for watching and sticking through with the series with me. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.